Howdy, folks. My name is Marble, and my pronouns are she, her.
Hi, my name is Ray, and my pronouns are he, him.
Hi, my name is Jupiter, and my pronouns are she, they. And it's time to log in.
It's time. Just kidding. There's a queue in front of you. You're going to have to wait about 5 minutes to log in.
There's so many people in the world right now.
Yeah. Too many people are listening to Deck of Friendship. What a problem.
Wow. For you, maybe. For us, we're eating it up.
Yeah. This is doing wonders for my self-esteem.
And my skin.
And Ray's skin, apparently.
Yeah, rubbing the numbers all over Ray's skin.
Anyways.
Welcome to the Log Horizontal.
Welcome to the Log Horizontal.
Log Horizontal, episode 28. Just kidding. It's 4.
Isn't Log Horizontal a type of pasta?
No, it's French for the Log Horizon.
Oh my lord.
I'm eating some nice Log Horizontal with a pesto sauce. It's really nice.
Hey,
are you talking about Mario's brother Linguini?
I made a video game and I want you both to try it out.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
I made a video game. It's just like Earth in real life, but like everything is like half the size.
Oh, wow.
So I can't fit in my house?
Right.
That sucks. I want to play this game.
Yeah, right? Now listen, there's no objectives, there's no quests, there's no PKers, there's no epic plot lines. It's just the Earth, but a little bit smaller.
So you made Microsoft Flight Simulator?
Yes, I made it real.
You made Microsoft Flight.
And also you can get trapped in the game where if you die in the game, you wake up in church.
I don't want to wake up in church, though.
But also it's permadeath, so when you die, you're just stuck in church forever.
You're just a limp dead body in church.
You just hang out in church.
Am I dead, or is it like I'm stuck in church as a ghost?
You know, a lot of games have permadeath features, roguelites especially, they're very famous for that. This game has permachurch.
Permachurch, yeah, we got permachurch in this game.
I don't know. That's so controversial yet so brave.
You can check out any time you like, but you can never leave, Raymond. Uh-oh.
But you can never leave the pews.
You can't.
You can't. You straight up can't.
Every morning, while I'm in the church, since I'm just a church ghost now, I light all the candles.
Oh, that's nice of you.
Yeah.
Sort of like took up some responsibility at the snurch.
Yeah. The spirit church. The snurch.
Right.
I see. Oh, that makes sense. This is why I haven't, y'all have been going to the spirit church. I misheard you and I went to the snake church.
Oh, no.
I went to snail church.
I hate both of those.
Why?
Why?
What do you have against the snail church congregation?
It's not the snails. It's the snails,
Okay. No, I don't.
I do not understand you even a little bit.
Let's Eskar go away from here and start the episode proper.
That'd be fun. So the Half Gaia Project is my game that I made. It's a half-scale model of Earth, which Elder Tale resides in.
This is the cold open.
I know that's confusing for the description that I gave of the game earlier, but you see, everything is half size. It's just Earth, but half size. But also, all of the computers come pre-installed with a game of Elder Tale.
Nice.
And Elder Scrolls.
But you can only play one.
Is that like half of a Fall Gaia?
It is,
yeah,
actually.
It is.
That's the other game that's installed on every computer is Fall Guys. And you can't uninstall it. If you do, it's like deleting System 32. The computers don't work anymore.
Uh-oh.
I'm so excited for, the Fall Guys team have been really, working hard on Fall Guys. But they're working on their new game, Fall Gaia, where you're just a planet and you fall.
It's also half the size of the Half Gaia project.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's half the size of the Half Gaia project, so it's 1/4 of the Earth. Like 1/4, it's the Earth, but 1/4 of the size.
Eventually, we're just gonna get to the point where it's baseball Gaia because the Earth will be baseball sized.
Funny you should mention that because I did think about including that in my game, and in the next patch, you'll notice that.
I guess I'll never know.
It's a mystery.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that she was going to say that in the next patch, Natsugu recaps that Brigania was ruling Susukino.
That is what I was going to say. Thanks.
Cool. Awesome. I did look through the patch notes.
Every patch, the world just gets a little bit smaller. I do like that.
Yeah. It's the world's hardest battle royale.
Oh,
and
no.
largest.
The battle royale starts out and you're all in different points of real life Earth and you have to find each other, and then every week it just gets a little smaller.
At some point there won't be enough people and I'll just live in a house and be happy.
It's the longest running battle royale ever. Every game takes 32 calendar years.
What if we're living in a battle royale right now?
I would like to point out that the immutable truth that Brigandia is a silly, funny name for a guild.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's a silly, funny name for a guild.
Are we talking about the episode now?
We could.
I'm just gonna make fun of Brigandia because that's silly and funny.
I'm trying to think if that's the Japanese name for it.
Brigand. Get it? Do you get it? They're bad people.
We're brigands, and so what we're gonna call our zone, what we're gonna call our place, our fresh hangout spot is
Brigandia.
That's our guild.
Hey, what's our guild?
Our guild is Deck of Friendship.
Wow, that's great. Wow, how did you come up with that?
It came to me in a vision.
Cool.
I closed my eyes and I thought about Shulk from Xenoblade, and then I had a vision, and it just said Deck of Friendship.
We saw a bunch of animes that people have asked us to watch, floating in the sky imposingly, and we're like, we each have to watch about 10.
Now I have a question for you, Ray.
Hold on, I'm still reveling in the amount of levels that joke had.
Now, are you sure that our guild name isn't Deca Friendshipia?
Ew, no.
Dekia.
Okay, Dekia of Friendship is so dumb, I might fall for it.
Dekia of Friendshipia. I did it. Congrats. The award falls from the ceiling.
What about heck of friendos?
What about Cool Guild?
What about Team Donut?
What about Team Donut? Now this is a good one. What about Team Donut?
What about Team Donut? What if we call it Team Donut?
I feel personally attacked by my co-hosts right now.
We could call our guild Team Donut, and I think that would be very good.
No. Team Donutia.
Team Donutia. Oh my god.
That joke is for us.
It is.
Yeah. Okay.
So in this episode, Log Horizon, episode 4.
Opening song, Database.
This episode is titled Escape, but what it should be called is Fight.
Oh, shoot. You know what I just realized?
What?
I just realized that they used some of my music without permission for the ending theme.
Oh, really?
Oh my god.
On the wiki, it says, ending song, your song.
You know, I'm pretty sure they sent you some money for that. Did you not get it in the mail? 1,
how do you know? And 2, apparently not.
I have to make a phone call.
Log Horizon, I'm expecting that direct deposit.
I have to make a call right away.
Now it does say ending song, your song. There is an asterisk, and I'm just looking around this article trying to find out what the reference is.
Yeah, I don't see an asterisk anywhere.
What's going on? What's going on, Log Horizon Wiki?
Yeah, what are you trying to hide? I feel pretty bad about this, considering they also just stole my idea for a Half Gaia project and just put it inside an anime. Wow.
I can't believe that Log Horizon, the creators of Log Horizon, the minds behind Log Horizon, was actually Joy's mind.
That's right. My brain and my mind and my brain and my
No wonder it's my favorite anime. Thank you. Oh, I know.
So did you know that Brigandia had a bad reputation even before the catastrophe? The catastrophe is like when they all got trapped in the game, where if you die in the game, you wake up in church, right?
Yeah, they call it the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Just like Final Fantasy XIV.
Wow.
Okay, so the cold open, we joked. The cold. Oh my god! You called it the Half Gaia. You called it Half Gaia because that's what they call it in the anime. It was a good bit, and I didn't catch on.
Half of my jokes thus far have been from this wiki page.
Yeah, and I love it very much.
Okay, so the episode opens, cold open, and they explain that, in fact, yes, indeed, the world of Eldertale is entirely the Earth, half scale. That's wild. That is fully wild. I can't even comprehend. Imagine playing a game. It's a full-scale MMO, and it takes place in, like, your home country, and also every country is in it.
And if you want to go visit your friend that lives in, like 20 hours away from you, you can still go visit them, but it's gonna take 10 hours.
Yeah.
Oops!
Oh my goodness.
Is it procedurally generated, do you think? You'd have to do something like that for a map this big.
I mean, for sure. I mean, you know, the way, like, maps like this are designed in games is like, oh, this area is a forest. Let's just tell the engine to make a forest. Unless they individually mapped out where every single tree in real life went, which, like, maybe they are apparently powerful enough to suck people into their video game. Maybe.
They individually planted every single virtual seed and grew into this forest.
That's kind of sick.
You're telling me that the developers built this world like Minecraft?
Yes.
Yeah. Wait, I'm sorry. That's not what happens in Minecraft. Is it?
Yeah, kinda.
You can plant a seed and something grows from it.
Right, but most of the trees, most of them are procedurally...
You didn't know Miku went in right before you generate the world and plants every single seed by herself every time?
And then advances the world, advances time by, like, a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for you, so you can have a good Minecraft.
Thank you, Miku.
You know, the loading screen where it's just like, you know, building out the world, putting all the things here. Miko's in the background doing all that stuff by hand.
Oh, I'm so proud of you, Miku. You're so powerful. Thanks, Miku.
Thanks, Miku.
And also, like, you've seen those Minecraft maps that people do where they recreate their entire city or whatever. They started on a blank Minecraft map, and then they built all of Log Horizon.
You know, that's the most complicated way to dox yourself. Anyway, let's continue.
So I heard a rumor. This is a tangent. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
I heard a rumor that, and this may or may not be true because I have no idea, and I tried so hard to find it because I thought it would have been hilarious to see after the fact, but I couldn't. Basically, this year, because of extenuating circumstances that we are all aware of at this point, hopefully, ASIN was canceled because it's a huge gathering and everybody would have gotten horribly, horribly sick. It was canceled, and I heard, and this, like I said, may or may not be true, but I heard that they tried to do, like, a backup event where they recreated the convention center in Minecraft.
Oh.
Specifically the hotel that's connected to the convention center, because that's where all the panels happen. And I'm not positive if that actually, like, is a thing that happened. And I've been trying to find, like, any evidence that it's true, because I just wanted to, like, take the map. I wanted to log into the server and just, like, look around this empty version of the Hyatt that somebody just made on a whim.
Mm-hmm. That sounds fun, actually.
I don't know if it's a real thing or not, but it got me thinking that, like, when are we going to get a VR chat anime convention?
Oh my god, right?
Sooner than you think, probably.
I want one so bad. I want to go to an anime convention so bad that I would literally go to a VR chat anime convention. I don't care.
Oh.
The cosplay would be so much easier.
I know. Yeah, no. I would, and you could bring 16 different cosplays.
Yeah.
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 I mean, somebody probably is already working on it, right? And if they're not, what are you doing? This idea is free. Go make Marble happy. Go, now, do this idea.
I once saw somebody at ASIN who dressed up as Kirby. Like, they had a full-on, like, spherical bodysuit. And, like, I assumed it was, like, a young kid or something like that.
Uh-huh.
But sure enough, you know, they had to stand up to fix their posture and, like, take a break and stuff. And it turns out that, like, in order to make the costume look like Kirby, they had to crouch and hunch over and, like, curl up in a ball.
No.
That sounds so extra.
Yeah, like cosplayers do not mess around at all. But he stood up, and then I was blessed with the image of Kirby with regular Kirby body, regular Kirby shoes, but just 2 human legs going from the body to the shoes. And I will never forget that.
That is so much.
For as long as I live.
Oh my god, that's amazing. It's very reminiscent of the favorite cosplay I've ever seen, which I was in the same building as, but didn't actually see until after the convention was over, of Gastly from Pokemon with human legs and tights. Fishnet tights.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Ooh, I got one. I saw somebody cosplay No Face from Spirited Away with the fishnet tight. They would stick their leg out of the cloak.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so it was just like this dark cloak, and then they would just stick their leg out, and there was a fishnet tight underneath, and then somebody did the same thing with Napstablook.
When I can, when conventions happen again, I'm going to really, I'm going to commit. I'm going to do my first cosplay, and I'm going to cosplay as Samus, but exclusively in her morph ball.
Wow.
You're just in fetal position rolling around the convention center.
Oh, the bones! Where do the bones go, folks?
Where did the bones go?
You just you've got your table at Artist Alley, and you just see this ball rolling up, and a hand pops out with money.
Oh my god. Here's the thing, as somebody who's worked Artist Alley convention tables before, that is the preferred way to do business at a convention.
Roll up in a ball, stick your hand out with money, move on.
I was a very loud saleswoman at the last con I went to. I never thought that the idea of I don't know if you would call it retail, because you're not in a store, but selling stuff. The idea of selling stuff has always been awful because of my retail positions that I've held in the past. But it turns out when you're selling your own art, it's really exciting and cool. And sometimes I had these charms that I made of this is my tragic backstory. And by tragic, I mean for everyone else.
Oh no.
Keychains of the Bowsette variants, because they were super popular at the time. This was at Youmacon. I saw, whenever I saw somebody who was we were at a corner table, me and my friend Eli. We were at a corner table, and so we were right next to this very open space where a lot of cosplayers were walking through, and every time I saw a Bowsette, Chain Chompette cosplay, etc., I would be like, oh my gosh, look at this! You're first of all, can I get a picture of your cosplay? It's amazing! Oh my gosh, also, do you keychain? Question mark? God, that was a fun weekend.
Aww.
Listen, I didn't even sell a lot of keychains. Really, my most popular thing was a print of Sans and Komaida posing together with energy swords. So, literally, I sold all of them, even my sample one.
Oh, I mean, it's so popular.
It was the best. I put it on a discount on Sunday. It was great.
Now I'm just thinking of, it'd be really fun to cosplay Bouette.
It would, wouldn't it? There were some nice Bouettes at that convention. I know that was, at the time, not the greatest meme, graced our timelines.
Well, it wasn't great because of, as per usual, weird men on the internet.
Yeah.
But the concept is good.
But the concept is great. I love it.
Hey, do you want to talk about Log Horizon?
No,
this is the episode. They do a fight and they win. Awesome, cat. Okay.
Kitty boy. There's a kitty boy. Okay, no, let's talk about the episode.
Let's talk about the episode.
Something we've been avoiding doing this entire time thus far.
Not even not even on purpose, really.
We're just excited about everything.
I just like talking. I don't know.
You're a podcaster.
I am. I need another podcast where I just talk about stupid garbage all the time, and then I can never shut up about anything, and then, put it out into the world as content.
It's called Searching the Trash Heap with Marble.
Searching the Trash Heap! I'm using that. Sorry, Ray, you gave it to me. Thank you.
That's what I do. You're welcome. I give names all the
Thank
time.
you.
You're welcome. Make sure to credit me.
I'm gonna call it the bits and in parentheses of trash that Marble sifts through every year.
Now here's an idea. Could you call it Team Donut the podcast?
But it's just me.
It's just you. Yeah. Ray, I have a question for you.
I might have an answer.
What happens in this episode of Log Horizon?
So, after they arrive in Susukino, basically Natsugu is telling the team, hey, they suck, and they're bad.
Brigandia's bad.
Yes, and Shiroe gets off a call with Marielle, who tells him to reach out to Sarah, and then Akatsuki asks why they want to meet inside the city, where it's dangerous, even though they can't fight each other. And that's the answer, pretty much, is that they can't fight each other inside.
Yeah.
It's much more dangerous outside, because if they fight and Team Shiroe dies, they go back all the way to Akihabara, and Sarah ends up back inside Susukino, and they have to make the trip the whole time.
Yeah, although it wouldn't necessarily take them all that long to get back, all things considered.
Yeah, but, like, this poor girl.
It would be a waste of time. It would complicate things, for sure. I enjoy they don't really play with it that much, because at no point does it feel like they could and might lose. Because at every single point, everyone's just like, oh, Shiroe, if you've got Shiroe with you, you can't die. He's a master strategist and will never, ever mess up. And I don't know if they will ever subvert that. But I do like the, idea of the tension of, if we die, it's not scary because we'll be dead. It's a very video game fear of, if we die, it's scary because we'll lose a lot of progress.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We have to travel to the place again.
And apparently you drop items and money when you die.
Yeah.
At least that's the implication for, when people explode.
Into money like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, they explode into money when Sonic Hedgehog get hit by a bullet or enemy and he explode into money.
Yeah.
Yeah, later on in this episode, a ladybug robot on wheels with two little claws runs into Shiroe and all his rings pop out. He has to run around and collect them.
He managed to get at least one back, so even if he gets hit again later, he's fine.
Yeah, it's okay. Hey, I have there's a there's a plot thing in this episode that I need to talk about.
Sure.
Because it doesn't make any sense to me.
Go for it.
Okay, so apparently, they say while they're walking up to Susukino, they're talking and they're like, "Hey, so Sarara, the reason why she's in so much danger is because she's on one of the Brigandia members' friends list, and so she's in a private zone right now. But if she leaves, he will immediately know where she is."
Uh-oh.
I have a very important question.
Uh-huh.
Can you not just take people off your friends list?
I mean, maybe.
I was thinking the same thing, but maybe it goes both ways. Maybe she needs to track him because one day she's going to take revenge on all their crusty faces.
It might be. I don't know the answer.
Here's my thing. I've never been in a video game or on on a client or anything where friends lists were permanent.
Never.
I have a theory.
Okay, I'd love to hear it.
So you know how in order to friend somebody, you have to stand in front of them and both mutually do it. It might be the same thing for unfriending, which sucks.
That sucks. It's bad design.
Yeah, that would be awful.
Or they just don't know how to unfriend people in the menus.
They haven't figured it out yet.
Maybe they know how to friend each other, but the unfriend button is missing.
And here's the thing, is because with a permanent friends list, that just inevitably leads to stalking.
Yeah.
Which is what happens in this episode.
Uh-oh.
If you unfriend somebody in the game, that means you're not friends with them, but they could still be friends with you. I'm getting too deep into the rabbit hole.
That is actually a decent theory.
Yeah.
I still don't like it.
It's still awful design, but it would make more sense. like if she didn't have him on her friends list, but he had her on his, that would explain it a little bit. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark.
Maybe the creator of Log Horizon is a fake gamer, actually, and Log Horizon's a lie.
Can you just block him?
Can't I report him to the mods?
What does it look like if you block someone in this game? Are they just like a blur when you see them?
You just don't see them ever again.
Oh my gosh.
It's just missing no. You just see missing no.
Here's the thing, right? It seems like the creators of this game, which we have no information right now on who they are, but it seems like the creators of this game are just bad people who enjoy when their players suffer.
Well, that's how game design works, Jupiter.
Yeah.
Game design is just trying to...
Game design is just trying to make everybody's life miserable.
Yeah, you're just trying to increase the amount of pain in the world just a little bit. That's the first thing they teach in game design classes.
I mean, right now I'm in my spare time I am working on a full scale, like, big large TTRPG that I'm working on, and I'm really excited about. And like, at the top of the document I have all of my core design philosophies of what I want to achieve with this game. And the only word on that design philosophy section is the word pain, really big and bold and italicized and underlined.
And then underneath that in super tiny font, it's also no microtransactions, none. That's a different kind of pain.
All of the pain is free.
Yeah, exactly. Free pain.
Absolutely no loot boxes in this pen and paper TTRPG. I refuse to have loot boxes, but I will have season passes where you can unlock all of your favorite Marvel superheroes.
Oh my god, yes, absolutely.
I'd like to use another dice, but I do have to pay a $10 microtransaction fee to do it in this new...
Oof, crit failure. You can turn that into a crit success for $49.99.
But I was trying to save enough money to get Dr. Doom's cape or whatever.
It will take your choice.
It's just aesthetic. It doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah, my character Thor, by default, his only costume is some rags, and they look really bad.
Mm-hmm. And you have to draw.
If I do pay $69.47, a very weird specific number. If I pay that amount of money, then he puts on some real clothes for once in his life.
It's just a white t-shirt and some jeans.
Yeah. I know this is probably painfully clear at this point, but I did immediately forget we were talking about a TTRPG and was just like, yeah, game design. Like loot boxes and microtransactions.
Yeah, no, when I was talking about Dr. Doom, I meant, like, I didn't have the rights to draw Dr. Doom's cape on my character.
Right. I didn't mention it, but I am, this TTRPG that I'm working on is in collaboration with Square Enix, and it is Marvel's Avengers, the TTRPG.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't wait until Cloud Final Fantasy cuts the Hulk in half.
Are you waiting? It's happening right now. Look. You're missing it. Turn around. Turn around. You missed it. I'm so sorry.
So meanwhile, because Sarah has weird friend list issues...
She has to hide in, like, a private room, right?
Yeah, she's basically at Nyanta's house hanging out.
Yeah. So it cuts away to the Brigandia Guild inside of Susukino. We see the leader, Demikas, and his right-hand man, Taako. And...
Londark.
Taako Adventurezone.
I have to just say it once so everyone knows.
No, I do remember the name of the character, and it's Taako Adventurezone. Thank you so much, Ray.
You're welcome.
Yes? Yes, Joy?
I do want to stress that it is the funniest thing in the universe that he called himself, like, he's like, my name is Londark, the legendary dark sorcerer. Like, everyone else just has, like, a real name.
Uh-huh.
And he's fully into it.
No, I'm sorry. I think you misheard that. He said
Taako Adventurezone.
He said I'm Taako Adventurezone, the level
the regular sorcerer.
the level 15 wizard played by Justin McElroy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, here's some analog static for your podcast. Here, just have some more.
No, thank you. Shiroe is fine with that name revelation. That's a little later in the episode. He's like, that's cool, I guess.
I mean, he is being very sassy during that moment.
Yes.
So the cutaway to Demikos and Taako, and Demikos is literally, like, we saw in the last episode that Brigandia is, like, PKing everybody and stealing everything and hoarding all the wealth and items and everything. We see in this episode, they're not even using all that stuff for any reason at all. Demikos his throne is on a big pile of treasure chests.
He just likes having things.
And their banners that they have are just armor, like chest plates on sticks. And it's just like, yeah, we get it. You steal stuff. You're brigands. I understand.
Brigandia. Anyway,
they enter, Shiroe and Natsuki enter the town. Akatsuki goes ninja and disappears for the majority of the episodes, as she typically does.
Yes.
And Brigandia knows that they're here, and Sarara goes into the mines or whatever, and so Demikos knows that that's happening.
Yeah, yes. But then they meet up to escort Nyanta and Sarara, and
you have a full party of 4.
Yeah, now you can do raids in the middle of this hell town.
5! It's a party of 5! Don't forget Katsuki. What do you...
One of them's invisible.
They don't know she's there. Shush.
Don't shush Jupiter.
I will shush them if I want to.
Okay.
I have said ruder things as a joke. It's fine.
All right, that's fair. So Shiroe finds them and says, "It's your Uber driver, I'm here." And they get out and they get in his Uber driver car.
I'm leaving in 4 minutes if you don't get in the car, and then you will still be charged for the ride.
Exactly. And then the car breaks down, so they have to walk the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah. Shiroe's 2007 Honda Civic.
But they're still charged full price.
Yeah, they're still charged full price. His Honda Civic does. Hold on, I'm about to sneeze.
Do it.
It's like right there.
Sneeze!
This pressure from both inside my nose and outside with my friends.
The pressure equalized. It's not going to happen anymore.
Yeah. Anyway, Shiroe has a Honda Civic, and that was the joke that I said.
It's a good joke.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, love it. Thank you.
Yeah, they're in some caves, and then they leave. And Akatsuki tells Shiroe, "Hey, some dudes are coming to you." And then Shiroe says, "Hey," to Natsuki, "Hey, some dudes are coming."
You forgot to mention that Nyanta knows Shiroe.
Oh yeah, that's true.
They're like, they were in the debauchery tea party together.
Yeah.
Presumably? Question mark?
Yeah, presumably.
So the best part about Nyanta is, so first off, he's the only animal person that we've seen in this game.
That's not true.
Is it not true?
We've seen one of the guys from Crescent Moon is an animal boy with a tail.
Okay. Now, here's what I will say. It is unrealistic that about 90% of the players aren't animal people.
Those are their secondary accounts.
This game is for furries first and foremost. And also, please note that if this was being typed out, first would have been spelled F-U-R-S-T.
Oh, good to know.
And furmost, F-U-R-M-O-S-T. Thank you.
The best part about Nyanta, so he's a cat man. And he is deep in it. Through all of his sentences, he's throwing in meows and nyas and elongating his words and stuff, and just being very catty.
Just a cat.
Okay, I literally, until they had the conversation about the fact that he, throws the cat puns into all of his sentences, there was, I literally did not fathom that he was, a real person playing the game. My brain was so, not ready for that, I just didn't realize it until they outright said it.
Yeah.
Cat roleplay.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, is that's what I do in RPGs, so, I get it, but I still was just it's like it's a funny cat man.
Yeah.
Just a funny cat man in the world of the game, I guess.
And then you're like, wait,
And Shiroe like points out like, hey, Nyanta, you're still doing the cat thing. You're still saying cat words. And while we were watching, Joy was like, you don't have to do that. He doesn't have to do that.
It's a choice.
It's a personal choice.
It's a choice.
I feel so represented.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nyanta's great.
Nyanta's great. I do like Nyanta quite a lot.
He's very good.
Although, once again, we run into... It's definitely less in this episode, but we do run into some confusing age stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Which I guess is just gonna be a continuing thing.
Yeah. Sarah wonders about whether or not Nyanta's gonna come back with them to Akihabara. Which is a lot less than we've gotten before, but it's still like, oh, I wonder about this cat man.
Yeah, and then immediately Nyanta's like, I'm gonna go back with you to Akihabara.
He's like, this town sucks. I'm coming back, Nya.
Literally, why would anyone stay here by choice? That's what he says.
Yeah.
For real.
He says this is like compared to what we've seen so far, this place is January. This is the January zone. Like everything is gray and depressing and terrible. Like this is the January server.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It's awful.
Gosh, you're so right.
There's nothing good going on Suskino. We see a little bit of it as they're walking through the streets. And it's just all of these brigands. There are no NPCs anymore. That's not great.
They probably killed all the NPCs. Which is not a good thing to do.
And going into the idea from last episode of like, do the NPCs respawn in church? Probably not. Probably not. Which is rough. But it's just like all of these brigands hanging out at tables with their liquids that taste like nothing and don't get them drunk because no food works in this game. They're just a bunch of sweaty men sitting around tables drinking brown liquids called beer but aren't beer.
Wow, that's really sad and terrible.
I wonder if it was an improvement on beer in any way.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing about it is that all alcohol tastes really gross and is gross and bad.
I can't agree because rum chata exists.
I understand this and I understand it, but the other truth is that all alcohol tastes bad.
That's you know what? You can have this one. This is not a hill I will die on.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't care that much.
Alcohol is predominantly gross.
Yeah. So if all liquid just tastes like water, then yeah, I would say it's an improvement.
Honestly, I love water. So if all liquid tasted like water, I mean, it would be bad because then I couldn't enjoy my favoriteest juice. But also, like, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
But then again, all food also tastes like water. So,
yeah. I mean, boring, yes, but bad. Not necessarily. Well, all the food tasting like water is bad, but water's good.
Water is good.
But yeah, they have the meeting. They go out into town. You still can't fight in towns, so they're just walking out.
Shiroe's like, they're gonna attack us when we leave the town, just so you know. They're gonna surround us and attack us, and like Sarara's like,
are they gonna attack us?
Okay, we're gonna die then? We're gonna die and we'll be dead? We're gonna die? We'll be dead and we're gonna die? And Shiroe's like, I don't know, maybe.
I don't know. Depends how you act in the next hour.
And then Nyanta's like, nah, we're not gonna die, probably.
And then Sarah's like, okay, cool. I'm still scared of death.
Yeah.
Understandable.
I don't want to go to church.
I don't want to go to church. Shiroe, I don't want to go to church.
But then the unthinkable happens. They leave the town and they get surrounded.
Oh,
and
no!
They get attacked.
And then we have an inner monologue. I mean, a fight.
Yeah, there's a fight, and it does fight, and there's a fight.
There's a fight, and then they fight.
It's an inner Every single fight in the show is an inner monologue, fight me.
Yeah, no, for real, like...
It's a good thing, though.
Shiroe spends the majority of this battle, and every battle, just sort of standing there, monologuing about the battle while his friends do all the work. I just have to imagine that Shiroe specifically chose the Enchanter class because he didn't have to do much and didn't have to press too many buttons.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
too many buttons to focus on.
This is support slander.
Sorara is also a support class, but she does things.
Okay,
He tells...
this is the thing, is that he's not a healer though. He's like an enchanter. He has like spells that he doesn't use.
He's also keeping an eye on the battlefield. Whatever.
Yeah, no. Here's the thing. He is the tactician, and he is like a valuable part of the party. He's the reason that all their plans succeed, because he makes all these intricate plans and stuff. But he also like never casts a spell.
Yeah, we see his HUD from his perspective, and he has a big list of spells that he doesn't use.
There's actually like, and it's an interesting detail that like, you know, it's like it's kind of adds to the world building of the story, is that a lot of his HUDs are just like collecting dust. There's like a layer of grime on half of them because he never uses them. Anyways, they make fun of Demitas, who's there. He's sitting there on a big throne. And so they want to make sure that they get Demitas in a one-on-one, because that's how they'll win.
Yeah.
So they do so by insulting him and calling him Demi-Doofus, and it's very silly.
Yeah. Shiroe walks up and is like, "Which one of you is Demi-Doofus? Is it the man sitting on a throne surrounded by treasure, and also there are two like ladies on his arms? Is it that guy?
Is it him? Is it that guy?
Is it Taako?
Because he sucks.
Is it
'Cause he
Taako over
sucks.
there? Hey Taako, are you Demitas?"
And Taako is like, "No, I'm Londark, the Dark Sorcerer." And then Shiro's like, "Okay, Taako."
Cool.
And then Taako just starts emitting static.
God.
Sorry that I keep dunking on the Adventure Zone. It's probably not a good thing to do considering our demographic.
It's okay. They deserve it.
You can make fun of things that you like for the things that they do wrong and still like it.
The thing is that it's not even necessarily wrong. It's just something that I don't like.
It's fine.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay.
I see no problems in people having opinion.
I have like 3 of those.
Name one opinion you have.
The one I just said.
Name a second one.
Fall Guys is bad.
Whoa.
Yeah. All
I'm
right.
not gonna stop playing it. Fall Guys is bad.
I feel like that's the experience with every multiplayer game.
Yeah. Most have less cheaters though.
Hey Ray.
Yes.
Do you have any defense for your boy Shiroe?
I do, but I can't talk about it here. It's spoilers. Shiroe is the strategist. That's the role he fills. And if you can't appreciate the fact that people have to keep an eye on the battlefield and not press buttons, then I can't talk to you now.
It was cool.
Yeah,
I thought it was cool.
It's fine. I'm not.
Shiro's
fine.
cool.
He's cool. I liked when he called Demicos Demi-Doofus. I did like that.
Yeah.
I like how he's not creepy, and most of the other characters are at least a little bit creepy.
Oh yeah.
And he's just a normal guy.
When they were all walking out of the town to get to the fight, it was like genuinely really creepy. And then all of the brigands are just like stalking behind them, and like one of them is like, "We've been looking for you, Sorara." And it's just like, wow.
Ew.
You're gross. You're gross and I hate you.
Ew.
The brigands say a lot of gross things to Sorara.
They do, don't they?
And I don't even remember all of them, but Demicos especially. Do you like how I'm pronouncing Demicos differently every single time that I say his name?
Yeah. Fun fact: Shiroe does that much more frequently in the Japanese dub, and it's a lot funnier. It's really funny. Anyway, the fight happens.
The fight does happen, is the thing about the fight.
The fight happens, and we learn, along with learning more about Nyanta, who has very good cat reflexes.
Mm-hmm.
We also learn that Demicos is a monk, and we learn about cooldown times this episode. And
yeah, they do a lot of exposition about MMO cooldown times on attacks.
Yeah,
which is genuinely like a nice touch. It's like, hey, yeah, this is a game.
Yeah.
They really nerd out. Like they really nerd out on this one.
Yeah, this show was made for MMO players.
For real.
They talk about the difference between cast time and cooldown time. Like, who? What? Huh?
Yeah.
Thanks.
It's wild. And as someone who doesn't play MMOs, I mean, I get it, because I also play Risk of Rain 2.
Video game.
But a lot of this stuff is just like, alright, washes over me.
So we learned that Demi-Kas is a monk, and monks is a tank type, a tank class, and has low cooldown, so they can chain together attacks, so you have to pay attention to them or else bad things will happen.
Right.
Yeah, it seems like a monk, just based on traditional RPG stuff, would be DPS, but you know what? I like the twist.
Yeah.
The monk's whole thing is low cooldowns. Nyanta's a swashbuckler whose whole thing is low damage output, but can dual wield, and every time that he attacks, the opponent gets weaker.
Debuffs.
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 It's fun. It's fun because Nyanta's a cat and does little scratches.
Yeah.
He does little kitty scratches with his gentleman swords.
He also has this monologue to Demi-Kas, like, before they start fighting. And this is what I was talking about, the confusing age stuff, because he simultaneously implies that he is young and old.
Does he?
Yeah, at the start, I can't remember exactly what he says, but at the start, he says something that, like, implies that he's around the same age as Shiroe and the rest. But then at the end, he's like, it's time to respect your elders.
Oh yeah, he does say that.
I mean, they could just be children.
Maybe the implication is that, well, okay, I have two theories.
Okay.
One, it's because he's been playing the game much longer. Two, it's because he makes the assumption that Demi-Kas's tantrums are the result of him being like 12.
Yes, love that.
Oh, 100%, I buy that, though.
He's just an angry little kid who smashes the X button to kill.
Wow, what a DPS.
Wow.
What a DPS, said the DPS main.
I'm
talking about myself.
Yeah, okay. I mean, you're allowed to say that. DPS can dunk on other DPS.
Yeah, I dunk on DPS all the time.
We also learn about a healing class this fight.
Yeah, there's a lot of class talk. You know, there's druids, which are a healing class as well. And like, I mean, we have no idea what Tako's class is, but he's just like, sort of like, he appears to be the Shiroe archetype of just sort of standing around and yelling at people to do things.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's part of the static class.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
But like, this is with Sarara, this is the first time that we have like a name to a healer class with a druid.
Yeah.
And yeah, this fight, like, I mean, kind of like all the fights in this show, sort of just, like, it literally goes by, and then at the end, Akatsuki has an inner monologue explaining what happened.
And then being like, wow, I could never.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, she does.
Yeah. Meanwhile, so they do this whole thing, they're fighting, and Naotsuku does his whole thing of Anchor Howls, and then he uses this new ability called Castle of Stone, which makes him invincible for a little bit, but he can't really move. And then Shiroe uses Thornbind Hostage again, teaming up with Nyanta to get Demi-Kas down to 1 HP. And yeah, the way Thornbind Hostage works, I don't even remember if we explained it before when he used it before, but it binds a opponent, and then with each thorn that is cut, the person bound takes, I think, 1,000 damage or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they do all that, and then Taako is like, okay, well, our guild master is defeated. Everybody fire a bunch of healing spells. Let's try it again. And then is immediately cut down. Like, 6 people all at once, all cut down by Akatsuki.
Yeah, a little overpowered, eh, Akatsuki?
Yeah, for real.
Just wondering.
She assassinates 6 people, and then immediately is just like, I don't know if I could do the thing that Shiroe does.
Only a man could do. No, she doesn't say that.
No, I think she's referring to the unspoken combos that they just do.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of party coordination that Shiroe I guess is like credited for, just based on like, because he does say a few specific like orders to party members, but it's like his plans are like just so elaborate.
Everyone's just like, trust Shiroe, it's fine.
I guess, okay. So here's my theory on Shiroe, is that he is casting spells, but the only spells he's casting are telepathy spells that help him coordinate with everybody, and those are the only spells he's casting.
Yeah, that's the only HUD button with no dust on it.
Right.
Yeah.
That and Thornbine Hostage.
That one's covered in fingerprints.
Yeah.
Shiroe, you need to clean up in here. This is icky.
Ew.
Like, now he can do it without, like, without even, moving his hands or anything. But, when it was just a game, you would just constantly hear over the mic him going like tap 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 tap. That
button on his keyboard, like the letter has like faded off of it.
Yeah. But yeah, that's sort of the fight. Akatsuki's whole monologue at the end explaining what happened is basically just like detailing down to the point like decimal number of seconds of how Shiroe and Nyanta could have possibly done enough damage to take down Demikos with Thornbine Hostage. And it's just like, Shiroe cast it twice. They waited until the cooldown was over, and then he cast it again.
Yeah, that was cool. Also, Thornbine Hostage is extremely overpowered, considering apparently when you cut the thorns, it does 5,000 damage, and that's like half of someone's health.
Yeah.
And then you can cast it again 15 seconds later. And presumably a healer would be able to take care of that person if they didn't get assassinated, but also it's just kind of wild.
Yeah, I mean, they're all level 90.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
So they have a bunch of real... Like, I do sort of enjoy that it's not like they start this anime and they're level 1 idiots casting minor illusion and whatever. They start off this anime and they're level 90, which I believe they say is the cap, the level cap.
That was the level cap. Now you can go past 90.
Interesting.
When are these folks going to level up? I know it takes more than 3 fights to level up, especially at level 90.
They're also level 90.
Like, it'll take a while, but when are they going to level up? That's what I want to know.
Right now.
Right, they level up. I
bet you don't get experience for PKing.
Oh, you probably don't.
Yeah, probably not.
And that's like most of the fighting they've done, other than Ratman.
Yeah,
Man of Rat.
So yeah, that's pretty much the episode. They kick the Brigandia's butt, and then Shiro's just like, hey, you should stop killing people. And then Demikos is like, nah, and then he dies.
Now, I do want to point out that Sarah gets the final blow trying to protect Shiroe, and I love that for her so much.
Yeah, she just hits him with a stick, and because he had 1 HP left, it was enough to kill him.
Love that for her. She did a kill on a bad dude.
Yeah.
Love it.
Sarah's got blood in her hands now. But it's okay, because he'll wake up back at church. But that's not okay, because he wakes up back at church.
Sounds like a Twilight Zone episode.
So what do we think about this hit episode of Log Hog?
It's pretty good.
It was pretty good. I liked this episode. It was fun.
Horizon.
It was mostly the fight, and the fight was fun and interesting to watch. Even though it had to be explained at the end what happened.
I do want to read the trivia section, which just talks about one major difference.
Okay.
Which is wild to me now that I see it. In the light novel chapter that corresponds with this episode, Nyanta instantly kills Demikos with Shiroe's Thornbine hostage, and Akatsuki lops off Londark's arm before Shiroe decapitates him with his short sword.
Whoa! Wow! That's violent!
Whoa.
Yeah, uh-huh. Didn't see that coming.
Wow! Oh my god, calm down, light novels.
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
Oh my god?
In the anime, I don't think Shiroe has this short sword.
Yeah, no, it's a scepter wand staff thing.
He doesn't even have a scabbard. Like, oh my goodness.
Anyway, I like our version better because I don't like gore.
Okay,
Yeah.
but here's my question, right? Like, what is even if they're all waking up at church? Does it matter if you take off their limbs?
Probably not. They probably just come back with everything.
Probably not. So at that point,
But that's
It was just gratuitous and pointless.
traumatizing.
at that point, Akatsuki and Shiroe are just being cruel.
Which is fine because this guy's gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad that Sarara got to kill him. I'm like, that's good. Good for her. Good for her.
Sarara sent him to church, and that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a good fun episode.
It was. Do you remember in Spider-Man 3 when Peter Parker confronts Eddie Brock and Eddie is like, "Please, you gotta forgive me," and then Peter says, "You want forgiveness? Get religion." And then in the next scene, Eddie Brock goes to church and prays for God to smite Spider-Man.
I do not remember this.
I don't remember Spider-Man 3.
It's so silly. It's such a bad movie, and I love it so much.
I want to watch that. All right, let's wrap it up here. Hey, so I don't tend to talk about it a whole heck of a lot. But you know, if you follow me online, you definitely know that I'm a very busy person. I make 3 podcasts and edit 2 of them, including this one. I stream 3 times a week. Minimum, and I'm also involved with like the business side of stuff, with getting the new network up and running, and it takes up a lot of my time, and I really enjoy doing it, and I'm really happy to do all of that. But I also do all of that while working a 30-hour-a-week job in a grocery store, and lately it has been really hard for me to like manage all of that. And also, like, even though this particular job that I'm working at isn't, like, the worst, it's not the worst job that I've had. I worked a lot of grocery store jobs, and it's not the worst by far. But as an autistic person, as somebody who is incredibly noise and touch sensitive, it is incredibly challenging and, like, very physically and mentally difficult to be in that sort of environment for 8 hours a day, and it's just really hard. And you might have heard me talking about it recently, but I have made it my goal to quit my job by 2021 and be able to work full-time on the creative work that I do online and really focus all of my energy on that, not only to, you know, make the stuff that I'm making even higher quality than you know, I already try and make it, but also just be able to do more stuff, because I really love making all of this stuff, and it's one of my favorite things in the world to do, and I would really, really love to be able to do that full time and actually be able to support myself and work in this capitalistic society that we find ourselves in a way that works for me and works for my mental disability. And if you would like, I would really, really appreciate it if you listening helped me out and supported me in this journey, in this venture that I'm trying to do, in this goal. There are a couple of ways that you can help me out. Just getting the like financial stuff out of the way. If you want to donate to me directly to help me out, that would be really, really amazing. I have 2 avenues where you can do that. One that is at my Ko-fi account. I have a Ko-fi account. It's ko-fi.com/hellprincessjupiter. And if you go there, you can donate to me directly. And that would be really, really appreciated. That would be amazing. And if you want more stuff that I do outside of this podcast, like I mentioned before, I stream 3 times a week. I stream at twitch.tv/hellprincessjupiter, and I'm really dedicated to do it. And I really enjoy doing it. And it's, again, one of my favorite things to do is stream. And it would be really amazing if you went over to my Twitch channel. You can subscribe and donate directly there to get like a message on the that I read out on stream, and then subscribing is just like, you know, a monthly way to help me out, and it's really, really helpful. But if you can't support me financially, which of course I totally understand, like especially right now, like it is really like it's a really, you know, difficult time for a lot of people financially, and I certainly understand that, and I really feel that, and that's totally okay. Financial support is not required to enjoy any of my stuff, but even if you can't support me financially, there is like a tangible way that you can help just by checking out my streams and hanging out and being in my chat, because having more viewers will let me push for partner status on Twitch, which is really great because it would increase my cut that I get from Twitch every month, and also open the door for, you know, other opportunities. And also just having people in chat, people watching my streams is really amazing, and I love hanging out with people in that way. So if you want to help me out in that way, I really hope that you'll check out my streams at twitch.tv/HellPrincessJupiter. I stream all sorts of stuff, and I have a full-on schedule. I'm very dedicated to it, and you can always find me streaming Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights, sometimes on weekends. If I'm able to break out independent, then, you know, obviously I'll be able to, you know, put more effort into my streams, although I already, you know, try and make them as high quality and as fun as possible. I play a lot of single player games, long form, and you know, I can stream more often and do like bigger event streams, and, you know, that would be really, really amazing. And yeah, I really hope that you will help me out and support me in this. And thank you. It really, like, the support that I receive and the audience that I have, like, I really, really appreciate, and it means a lot to me, the support that I receive, and I, you know, and I hope that you will support me and help me out on my goal to quit my job and just work on all this stuff in the like full capacity that I want to be able to. So yeah, that's my shill. Thank you so much for hearing me out.
Hey, go support Jupiter.
Yeah, do it. You have to.
You have to. It's required, or Marble and I won't be happy.
I'll be so sad. I'll be like,
and I'll be like, oh. So go support Jupiter.
Do it.
Or we'll make sad noises all the time, and you don't want that. This is a threat.
I'll make way more than usual.
Exactly. You thought my whining was bad. Oh, just get ready.
It's about to get so much worse.
No, seriously, go support Jupiter. They're doing great things, and they could really use as much help as they can, especially when they're starting out, to really push for being online for reals.
Thank you.
You're a real online friend.
Thank you.
A real online friend. That's your slogan now.
That's my slogan now. I'm
You're welcome. You both owe me royalty rights.
Oh, no.
Why? I didn't say it. Well, I did say it, but I'm not using it. It's not my slogan.
No. You're the podcast episode.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I do owe you royalty for that.
If you want to help me pay for royalties to give to Ray.
Yes.
Thank you so much for listening to Deck of Friendship. You can find us on Twitter at Friendship Deck. You can leave us a iTunes review. That would be really, really amazing. If you left us a 5-star iTunes review, we will read it out on the show. And it just means a lot. Helps us out with analytics and all that stuff. And also just hearing people's feedback and hearing what people have to say is really great, and we really appreciate it and really like it. Yeah. Thank you so much for listening to Deck of Friendship, and it's time to log out.
It's time to log a hug.
Whoosh.